Mesquite leaders finalize police chief's termination. A utility pole was damaged following an alleged DUI collision. And your weekend weather forecast with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. The Mesquite City Council voted this week to ratify the termination of former police chief McQuade Chesley, despite a court order prohibiting a hearing on the matter. Chesley's attorney, Ron Dreyer, says the city violated that order, while City Attorney Mike Branham maintains the meeting was not a hearing, but an opportunity for Chesley to speak, which he declined. Councilwoman Patty Gallo walked out in protest, criticizing the city's legal handling and raising concerns over ongoing litigation. Chesley was initially fired in January for failing to attend meetings. He has since filed a federal lawsuit claiming wrongful termination. A man was seriously injured after crashing his truck into a power pole on 400 East in St. George, an incident that also damaged nearby vehicles and knocked out a utility line. Here's Stephanie DeGraw for more on what happened at the scene.
A truck hit a telephone pole Thursday morning, which sent the male driver to St. George Regional Hospital in serious condition. It happened in front of the Intermountain Cancer Center on 400 East in St. George. William Field said he was inside his home across from the incident when he heard a commotion.
So we were in the house and we heard kind of a speed up, like, and I heard a honk. And the speed up and then a boom. And we've had accidents out here before, so we knew obviously something had happened. And I came out. I was the first person outside. I called 911 and I crossed the street. And there was a guy in there and he was clearly conscious in his truck, but he wasn't saying anything that could be understood.
Thanks, Stephanie. Let's take a look at your weekend weather forecast brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. Right now, St. George is experiencing mostly sunny skies with a temperature of 71 degrees. Tonight, temperatures will drop to a low of 45 degrees, and tomorrow expect partly sunny and pleasant conditions with a high of 74 and a low of 49. On Sunday, it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 79 and a low of 50. In Mesquite, it's currently sunny at 74 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 50 degrees, and Saturday's forecast calls for intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high near 78 and a low around 55. Sunday should be nice and warm with partial sunshine reaching a high of 83 and a low of 55. Meanwhile, Cedar City is experiencing partly sunny conditions with a temperature of 57. Expect a low tonight near 37. Tomorrow's forecast includes intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high around 59 and a low of 34. On Sunday, it will be mostly cloudy with a high near 63 and a low around 37. 3 men were rescued by Iron County Search and Rescue Wednesday night after their snowmobiles became stuck near Cedar Breaks National Monument. Lieutenant David Mitchell told St. George News one rider called for help just after 8 p.m., reporting he was cold and unprepared for the weather. Search teams located 2 men quickly, but the third was found about a mile away, suffering from hypothermia. He was transported by ambulance to Cedar City Hospital and was reported in stable condition. The group had been trying to reach Bryan Head for dinner when their ride took a dangerous turn. A failing septic system at Zion National Park's Grotto area has led to a new $3 million infrastructure agreement with Washington County to extend the sewer line. We'll go to Maury Kessler for more on how this project addresses long-standing maintenance issues in one of the nation's most visited parks.
A failing septic system at Zion National Park's Grotto area has led to a partnership between the National Park Service and Washington County to fund new infrastructure. Approved unanimously by the County Commission on Tuesday, the agreement supports the first phase of the Zion Canyon Sewer Line Extension Project, a $3 million initiative to extend a 5,000-foot pipeline from Zion Lodge to the Grotto area. The septic system is part of the National Park Service's $22 billion deferred maintenance backlog, with Zion's share at $79 million. Increased visitation, up to 5 million people annually since 2021, has strained the park's existing infrastructure, parts of which date back to the 1930s. The project is part of an $18 million state-funded effort to improve park facilities and visitor experience.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.